What's up, guys? This is Shantan, and welcome to our brand new setup of the podcast, the After Office Hours podcast. This is where we share a lot of things that our employees love and their weirdness lah, their cuckoo-ness lah. So anyway, let's welcome Heng.
Hello,
right,
guys.
So
Hello,
Heng
guys.
is part of our marketing team, where he does all the media and all the Jun videos lah. Okay, so why don't you tell everyone about your background first?
Actually, I started So I work. My first job was in the
Don't need so serious lah. Come from like, where are you from first? Where you are from first?
Oh, okay. So I'm from Alor Setar. If you know this place, is up north. In Kedah, around like 5-hour drive from here.
Okay.
So when I just came to KL, I study here and then I started to work, and then for many years, after many years, and then I end up to be here lah.
But what's cool about his story, right? It's he was involved in like actual directing and like production crew, you know. So would you tell us about like how you end up in that job, right? And how that.
Okay, I started. My how I get into this industry is I study in film and animation first, and then I realized actually film and animation there's a lot in the post production instead. So after I graduate, I go for this interview. It's a local movie called Good Days. If you are Chinese, then you will know this movie called 天天好天. So back then they actually only need an intern. They don't need a full time.
Interesting.
Where I don't have to do intern. So there is some sort of negotiation with them, and then after that I get slightly higher pay than an intern, and then start the job lor.
But what made you when I was applying for courses to study lah, filmmaking was never one of those. So like what triggered you to pursue that?
Okay, so to be frank, that was my second study. My first one is actually a business administration.
Holy
at
shit!
Penang Tar College. So to be exact, that is like all of my friends go to study. I don't know what to do. What you study? Business Let's go. So I go. I graduate. Not very good, but okay lah. Graduate lah. Get the cert and everything. And then halfway, I actually get interested to this thing called lomography.
Lomography.
So yes.
It sounds like an app though.
So yeah, it's actually after a while it replaced by apps. But back then it was a kind of like a cult things. So what is a lomography is actually we use some analog stupid camera, analog camera lah, without any pro settings one. We put in slides films, and then we develop it with negative chemicals.
Okay.
So if you are as old as me, then you probably know what is a slides film.
Okay.
What is a negative? So just to give you a whole idea, films there's two types. One is negative. Negative is always you use on. You take photos and then you develop, you print photos. Negative. When you look at it, it's inverted color. That's why it's called negative. And then the types is called slides film, where I don't know if you remember those old Hong Kong movie. And then they will use a slide machine. They slot the films in on the projectors. That's before digital projectors. And then they will click on that thing. And you will hear the sound chick chack. This is 係爆確呢個係爆確屏 chick chack 佢喺尖沙咀出現 So that is slide film.
That always happened to like ICAC.
yes, correct. In the movie, and actually, I think back then in the schools they use this also before all the a bit more canggih projectors come out.
So you were inspired by these kind of things?
It's actually the joy of unknown. So the secret on that is actually the joy of unknown because actually 2010 digital camera is quite common already lah. Very common already. It's still high price, but common. A lot of people have it. Nobody want to buy films. That was the time where film goes down really bad. So the film become damn cheap. So we buy film, we take photos and then we don't know what's happened one. We don't know what happened and then we try to go out and take photos and we don't know what happens. The color very weird, the photos very weird, sometimes out focus or whatever lah.
You want to keep your mic to your mouth.
It will become very weird photos and those surprise things, those unknown sparks my interest into the I would say art and design lah. So from art and design, then I was thinking how I don't want to become a graphic designer because I feel like it's not my thing. I don't know why, but it's just not my thing. And then
true, can see from your work.
and then from research. So to be frank, again, into film animation is half of it is accident. So when I research on KL college that available for art and design courses, there's only a few choices like Ling Bok Wing, the one academy, and also my schools. It's called Design Academy of Art, where it's like much more smaller academy. And to be frank, I can only afford that
particular moment of time.
That college. And then
so what was the cost of design school at that time? What was your school fees like?
It cost me around 30 grand for 3 years.
Yeah,
it's actually very cheap if you compare to the One Academy, for example. I remember I compare the One Academy is actually double.
Yeah.
So it's cheap lah. And one good thing about that is how they advertise the college is there are a bunch of graduates from the one. So they bring the techniques and all those start their own things like that. And then again from there I keep taking photos. From photos I involve in moving pictures, which is videos lah. So it's the same things. It's just that you add movement, you add some focus, moving, whatever things. You add audios, you add editings. You tell a story through a sequence instead of one photos. So that's how I started. Yeah.
So if you can, the audience, right, you can actually feel the way when he describes whatever he's doing, right? So if you guys saw our ErgoHome clip, right? So that was like, because when we look at him when he came to the office, like, oh, this fella, okay lah, like normal media lah. But then when he produced out that work, right, everyone was so surprised, and I think that's why that caused a curiousness, right? When wow, this guy can do such of a production, which is I think actually the team is very very impressed lah, right? So I think besides that, he has another different passion, which is cycling. And okay, call me crazy lah, but he cycles from Ampang to Mont Kiara, you know. And what he say and what you say at that time, very near only what?
Very near only. Seriously, very near only.
What's the exact measurement?
So because I have a cycle computers, so one way is around 18 km.
18 km.
8 km. That's take me around 45 minutes, which is actually the same as you drive. If morning from home to work, around the same. From work to home, it's actually faster.
Yeah.
Faster. If I left here at 6:30, I got home before dark. If I drive, 6:30, got home dark already. So, no brainer.
But the thing is this though, like you think about it, right? Okay, from a bicycle pro in comparison to me, like, because I know nothing about bicycles, is it very friendly for cyclists to cycle in Malaysia?
Of course, there is a range, ma. If you compare to Japan, Taiwan, Netherlands, it is not. But if you compare to Bangkok, even New York, although a lot of people talk about, oh, New York very cyclist friendly, no, it's not. California,
really? California?
Malaysia is very friendly.
To basically?
To cyclists, yes. Very friendly. So I give you an example. Sometimes when I started vlogging recently, and then sometimes
do follow his channel. So later we just plug in somewhere here. Yeah, you guys go follow. Pretty cool.
So while I vlog, there's car behind, and then the car just slow down and let me do my stuff, and then until one point he cannot overtake me. Until one point, like there's no car from opposite, then he overtake me. So it is relatively friendly. I think one of the reasons is because Malaysia is full of motorbikes like kapjai on the road.
That's true, though. I think it's more. I think the tendency for motorbike to bang bicycle is higher than car bang bicycle. Right?
Yes. Imagine if you're driving a car, you see a bicycle in front of you, you won't go and bang one. It's only when you don't see the bicycles, then you bang. Same to all accident. You don't see the car, you bang. You don't see the motorbike, you bang. So the rule of thumb is very simple. Make yourself visible. Make yourself visible to them. So for some junction, you can just block them in front and let them see you. Then if they want to overtake, they overtake from the left, from a right. Of course, there is some situation where dangerous one. For example, Malaysia is left drive. Left drive. So when they turn left and you're at their left,
that's very dangerous.
That is very dangerous. That's why I always make myself like a kapjai in the traffic. Don't stay at their left. If there's a junction in front, which you turn left one, go in front of them. So they got no choice. They can't bang you. But
they won't on purpose just want to just
right. Yeah. So Malaysian is actually very forgiving in terms of sharing the road with cyclists, I would say.
Then do you compete?
I don't. I used to try once or twice race, but I don't like it. One main thing is because usually Malaysian event is quite far out, so you have to drive to there, unload your bike, race, and then load your bike again in your car and drive back. Which actually during the drive, imagine you race already, you finish the race already, and then you drive back, maybe a half an hour distance. That's quite tiring one. So I don't like it, and I'm not as elite. I'm not that fit. I don't fight for podium and all those.
But you recently just went through a 200 km cycle, right?
Yes. That is an event called Audix.
Okay. How do you spell that?
AUDX.
AUDIX. AUDX. Okay.
So a little bit information about Audix is it's actually started from France. So in cycling world, everybody know about this Tour de France, but that is for the elite cyclists. Everybody race. You hit one point, and then you win. You go podium. You get prizes. Done. Another side of the things is actually back then bicycle is just a transport. Right?
Okay.
You don't have car. It's either you ride a horse or you ride a bicycle. So another school of thought is, why should we race with bicycles? We should explore with bicycles. So another club called Audex Renderos. Not very sure how to pronounce Audex Renderos. So there will be subtitles.
Okay.
So they started this long distance but slow pace kind of ride. It's not a race. So there's no winning.
Really go long guy one.
You either there's two if you participate, there's two situations only: finisher, non-finisher. That no first, no second, no third. So even the timing is very forgiving one. Imagine 200 kilometers. Your time limit is 13.5 hours. If you calculate back, your cruising speed is 15 kilometers per hour. So I give you an example of 15 kilometers per hour. A dog can run 20 kilometers per hour. So you are actually slower than a dog.
That's why I witnessed in your vlogs, right? The one that you did for your competition, right? Actually, a lot of elderlies actually join, right?
Yes. So this thing bring up another trend is what's the point if you go and join a race and you risk yourself in the peloton in the crash and you don't enjoy the sports anymore, and then you how to say
why risk all that?
Why risk all that and just for that moment on the podium moment. But imagine, but in terms of Audex, you get to go to places that you've never been. So, for example, there used to be a Audex that go around Kenya Lake.
Okay.
I think it's at Pahang somewhere. Kenya Lake, where usually you don't.
You won't go one lah.
You won't go one. Even you go, probably you sleep in the car, you pass by. But by riding a bicycle, you actually get all the views. Actually, it's a very pretty one. So I've done another, like 2 years back, I done another one. It's like 300 kilometers.
Holy shit! Okay.
That brings me to places like I really never thought of being there before. And then you will realize Malaysia is very pretty, very beautiful, and then you appreciate your place again.
I think that's one problem. Like when you say 300 kilometers, right? My immediate mindset is straight away here to JB, and I spend maybe 2-3 hours just to reach the JB, right? And what's on the street, right? I have no clue at all.
Yes, exactly.
So whatever you do for the whatever you do for the bicycle, right? I think that slows down a lot of things, and I think the pace of you enjoying sceneries then becomes very different.
Yeah, you will even appreciate what you call that, lalang. Lalang by the road, you will appreciate that. You will appreciate cow walking past the road. A lot of things. We do a lot of bicycle touring. For example, from here we will go to Intan.
But what amazed me is the community though. Like the bicycle community, like how you find another cycling enthusiast.
Okay, this is a question. So actually I started cycling quite early 2010 I started cycling But back then it's just I was riding if you know what is it, I was riding a fixed gear. It's a hipster bike
It's a fixie, they call it fixie also.
Fixie, yes.
The one that no gear one.
No gears, no brakes. It's a hipster bike. Why I ride is just because it looks cool. So a bunch of us, all of us is like designers, all those. We started buying and then we're riding. And after a while, people change hobby. All of my friends change hobby. Change to motorbikes, camping, off-road, truck, all those. And then I still have my bicycles. So that sparked me a question. So is it practical to keep riding this? Should I change? And then I make a decision, which, okay, I'm gonna change. I sold it away. I bought another one. And when I get like normal bikes, so you have gears, you have brakes already, I commute first. I go around, I go to NSK, buy vegetables, go buy jafan and all those. And then I couldn't keep the momentum going up because nobody cycles with you. At one point you die already. And I started to search around on Facebook. What is the cycling group? So I joined at one time, I think in 2 months, 3 months time, I joined almost every night on the weekdays to try out which group suitable for me. There is group who do race training at Putrajaya every Tuesday night, Wednesday night. There is group who do all the hills at Wangsa Maju, Taman Melati, a lot of hills.
So it's very active one actually.
It is very active one. Almost every weekdays you got people to ride one. So there is group who do Kesas Thursday night.
Okay.
So they do training because Kesas is a bit like slopes. So you can do interval training. And then eventually I found this group called Bangsa Cycling Group. So this bunch of guys is very interesting. We start our ride every Tuesday night at Bangsa. And the ride is very simple. You go there, we cycle from Bangsa to Kampung Melayu, we makan and we ride back.
How far would that be?
2 ways around 35 km.
Okay.
So that's another thing. So from there, I joined Bangsa Cycling Group very regular, almost every Tuesdays.
Are you still doing it now?
We kind of in a snooze status because how Bangsa Cycling Group run is there is a bunch of admins that organize the ride, and all of the admins is quite busy recently. So
part of adulthood.
So we kind of snooze it. It's not really happening regularly. So why I am so into this Bangsa Cycling Group is they make me found the
passion to ride again.
Yeah, the passion to ride. One thing is that. Another thing is I actually found that KL is very pretty. Because we go through Kampung Melayu, where most of the Chinese, I don't think you will go there if you got nothing to do. We go makan at this place called Star Garden. Not Star Garden, City Garden. It's some nasi lemak. We go nasi lemak Wanjo. We go to a lot of places where.
Oh no, I have no clue what those are. You know?
Yeah, you never been there one. It's just like if you are Muslim, you will never go to Kepong Waisakai. Same theory. And then we go through Dataran Merdeka. And then from there, I also very familiar with all the inner road of KL's, like how you go to the Segitiga bersejarah. And then recently with the River of Life things, it becomes even more and more vibrant compared to 10 years back. If you go to Kota Raya, you don't feel like want to go. But now actually, it is very pretty one. It is very pretty.
That's one thing that, unfortunately, right, we take whatever the government is doing on our infrastructure for granted, though. I think they are doing a lot of good work, right?
They're doing a lot. For someone who come from Alor Setar, I can see the difference 10 years back until now. I think for people who grow up at KL,
you don't feel it.
You don't feel it. You kind of take it for granted already. Even the MRT, LRT, monorail. When I just came here, I used Metro bus. Now there is no more Metro bus. LRT is so
Metro
convenient.
bus, oh my god.
All those, I feel it. Because I'm not from here, I didn't grow up here.
Okay, so speaking from a person that is not from here, right? And you recently just bought a property, right?
Yes. Actually, 2 years back, but VP soon.
So, like, we want to talk about how and why you decide, like in that moment of time, right? You decide to buy a property.
Okay. Back then, I was freelancing. So after my second job, and then I was freelancing, and then I only realized, adulthood is very hard, very tough. Actually, freelancing you can't get a loan on. So.
Okay. So it means that because your income status is not consistent, banks don't really prefer you because you are quite high risk. There's no consistency in your income, right?
Yes. Yeah. And then you see all these people, I would say most of the freelancers, they don't realize actually you can overcome that by declaring the tax, but most of us don't do. We think that, why should I?
That's a problem with freelancing. No? They don't want to declare tax.
Why should I? Another difference is declaring tax and paying tax is two different things. And a lot of people just gel it together. Because declaring tax is, you tell government, I earn this money, you might fall under the categories where you don't have to pay.
Yeah, true.
But at least you let government know, hey,
I got money in government.
I'm not a society rubbish. I'm working.
You know? What kind of term is that? So share a little bit about this property that you bought.
So until one point, okay, I registered a company. I learned all of this already, and finally the bank approved my loan already. So I actually tried for 3 banks, but third bank approved. So it's kind of like achievement unlocked and the emotional kick in.
Itchy already lah.
Yeah, itchy already. So emotion kick in. Good and bad things. We talk about that later. So I decided to put in booking for this unit at Sungai Long. It's called Palm Hills Residence, something like that.
So was there there was not a lot of thought process about the property itself, but a lot of thought process about, okay, I need to have a home now.
Yes, exactly. I think for people who come from other
states,
we've been paying rentals every month. Then I'm quite blessed because I never experienced kena kick out before.
True.
I'm quite blessed. Most of my landlord is quite good lah. But it's still not my place lah. You know we always have this mindset like it's not my place lah. At first, like for example, the first place that I ran is just a 4-wall, nothing there one. And then after that, I realized, okay, I need to improve my life quality. I painted my room. My mom actually scolded me.
Okay, your mom scolded you for painting your
rented room.
Your rented room.
Yeah.
A room that you rent. So you would think that, she just call you like you paint already. What you going to improve people's property?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. Why you go and paint people property?
Ah.
You rent only ma. Why you go and do that? Waste money. Then my rationale is simple. I signed a 2-year tenancy agreement. I stay there for 2 years. A bucket of paint is $50. What is $50 for 2 years, right? If you divided 609, I don't know. 2 years is 700 days.
That's one thing that he cannot do. His math cannot.
700 days. 700 days divided by $50. Come on lah, it's not even 1 cent, right? So, and then, of course, I think maybe back then I was young lah, and then we are very lucky because we can learn a lot of things through internet. So maybe my parents' eye is like you hire people to paint your room. So to paint your room and hire someone to do is expensive.
True.
Right, and then I just learned from YouTube lah, like how to mix, what's the type of paint, do it myself, $50 done. Brushes, tray, okay, $10, $60. So I enjoyed the home for like 2 years.
But I think that's something that I think for creative people we feel that. Like we understand that environment affects a person. The context forms content, as I always say, right? So the environment that you are in, right, actually inspire you to do better work or more work, right?
Yeah, that one definitely lah. I don't want to be working so tired at home already, and then next morning wake up in the very place that is, which is very emo. Okay, so before painting the room, I did another things is like I bought a bed frame. So simple. I don't like to sleep on the floor.
Okay.
You know, came here, buy tilam, sleep on the floor, 3 years. Done.
Enough. Done.
I have the ability to earn money, spend a little bit of it, go IKEA, buy something, put in, sleep, higher a bit, you know. And then you got more space, you can put your boxes.
Okay.
Right?
So that one thing that you spoke just now about, like for people who are not from local, I think a lot of locals, right, we also again take this for granted. Like by default, right, we are already saving a huge amount of money. Like what was the room rental back then when you rent?
Oh, I still can remember. My first room was $400, sharing with another two guys in a master bedroom, which means the master bedroom actually 1,200.
Where is this?
Taman Melati, somewhere in Wangsa Maju.
Wow, that time so expensive.
It's a very popular spots for college student. So divide it out, and then things is like it's like semi-furnished lah. They call it like student furnished. You have your study tables and all those around that. And then after that, there is places where cheaper, where I get very lucky because the place very rundown, and then me and my friend make it up.
Okay.
Got it very cheap, and now I think a medium room costs like 600 probably. We furnish furnish 600 .
That's why you imagine, right? If a fresh grad that just come out from school, then your income is around 3,000. 3,000 if you're lucky lah, right? I think now 2,800 is the standard. 2,200. I think now doctors also kena panjung the salary. So like 2,000 plus, right? 600-700 goes to room rental already, you know. Your car belum kira, your income belum, income pula. Your tax belum kira, your makan belum kira. Wow, actually very tough.
It is lah. Some more, there's still a lot of hidden ones. For example, you buy a dynamo. Your
washing, your things and that, right? Actually, a lot of people don't know that the things to maintain the house is more expensive than the house.
It is. A lot of things on. I cannot list down everything, but a lot of things on.
Sure. So that's the point here that I think if you're listening to this, right, thank you so much if you're listening so long. But the point is, if you are from KL, right, imagine that this portion of money and you saved up already. That is the added advantage of us being local KL people, KLites, right? So like, whether or not, right, home lodging is already zero.
Yeah. okay lah, maybe you have to pay your family lah, but I have to pay my family also.
Yeah, dog. And you guys, every training here, you got to travel back.
Yeah.
So that's another huge cost. If you don't go back, then your mother get upset lah, scold you lah, for you 不孝子啊. So again, another whole different issue lah. But okay, when's your uni going to be ready?
They say expected at August. It should be around there lah. Around there lah. But by the time again, no, it was an emotional decision. I not even research other and compare. I just feel like okay, the environment looks nice. The price I can afford. They give me the form to sign.
But
then I sign.
One thing here is I think luckily you are buying something within your affordability.
Yeah, luckily. Actually, again, I think a lot of, can I say this? A lot of agents will try to lure you. To say,
of course, they give you it's their job, man, to try.
One of the line that I get a lot during that period is, your salary will increase one ma.
That's one weird thing though. Okay, a lot of people don't know this, but the standard market rate, right, for increment is 5% on a normal basis. Unless you get promotion, it's like 10, 12 on a normal corporate basis. 2008, 5%, how much? Let's say 3,000 for ease of calculation. $150. $150. Can do what? You cannot tax left nothing really, you know.
Yeah. 3,000 you bring home is around 2,400, 2,500.
Yeah.
Nothing really.
So all these stories, I think, is a very good lesson for new buyers as well. Like for those like in our office, right, a lot are still very young because our office workforce, the age group is very, very young. So I think if you are eyeing for properties, right, keep that in mind also. Unless you are doing like what you say, like if you are into production work, creating work, right, commission based, very different story. But if you are just makan gaji one, right, that one very tough though. And based on what, right, you are expecting your salary to double in 5 years. Very rare, I think.
It is very rare. Like even if you are taking commission one.
Oh yeah.
You cannot make sure also.
Yeah.
Unless you are comparing your first year into the job and fifth year into the job lah. But if 5th year to 7th year, maybe similar only.
Then what? Like based on just now was your income that was your biggest fear in owning the property, ma? Because your inconsistent income. So now you get loan already, right? So after you buy, 4 years later, now your period is 3 years later.
3 years.
36 months, one. Any regret?
Location, no. Okay, I think I do believe. I don't know how to say. I think I'm someone who are very ngang keng.
Stubborn.
You tell me location not good. I don't believe. I try. But sometimes you have to believe people lah.
But okay.
you can try if you have the ability. But like sometimes have to believe that. So actually after a while and then after listen to a lot of experienced guy, I just realized the location is actually not very strategic lah. Maybe it's for me but not for everyone. And then also I realized another fire is coming up, which is the move-in cost, the MOT. I didn't know about this memorandum of transfer until
lately you come in, no?
Lately, few months back. Like, got MOT one ah? What is MOT ah? Okay, I do research.
2%.
Oh, it's based on your property price. Wow, how much is that ah? Oh, that's cost probably around 10K again. And then like recently I go to some unit, I only realized they're not even giving you a light. Just
no
some
light
cable come out from the ceiling.
Yeah.
Like, okay. And then I research for renovation costs. It's like okay.
Yeah.
So all this like
you wish,
build out the fear lah.
Yeah, I think you wish you could, like looking back now, you wish you would have understand all this before buying a house lah.
Yes. Really, I really wish that I know about all this lah. I mean, at least I can plan lah. Maybe I don't know. I'm not a YOLO person lah. I will believe if you if you don't plan, you plan to fail. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So luckily when I signed the things, I already started to plan on my financial, but it's still kind of tight one. Imagine if I didn't plan at all. Another line that my agent told me is, "Aya, you pay interest very cheap, only 100 something bucks only 1 month." Yes, for first 5 months.
Yeah. Then no more DIBS anymore, right?
And then it increased. And then it increased. Like now probably like 1,000 something. It's
Per
like,
month you're paying right now?
1,000 something, 1,004, 1,005.
Yeah.
So I was very naive. 100 something a month ma.
And I think Heng is not the only one that was always convinced blindly, right? And just because at that moment you were in abundance, you have a lot of money, then then you feel the pressure of, because not a lot of people are experienced with having a lot of money in their bank account. Then suddenly like, oh, I have this amount of affordability, I should buy now. Then your whole body itchy. I think that's the core hard fact. But like what I do for my own channel, so I think what we are trying to educate here is the knowledge behind owning a house, all the hidden costs and things like that, right? Just if I wish I would understand all that, right? I think you won't regret the purchasing if you understand all those. It was an informed decision.
Yeah. At least I know. Oh, I made that decision one. It's not a wrong decision. As in
you calculated all the risks and I will go with all these risks in mind.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like you bungee jump by yourself, and people push you down. Two different things.
So I think that's all for this round, right? So what we can see from Heng is that from a film production kind of guy to cycling in his free time kind of guy, then now soon to be a property owner. And what I admire a lot is the passion in his every approach, right? If you listen to him sharing, right, I think passion is something very important in the team, and we really like, this is the whole objective of this podcast actually, is to celebrate all the talents in-house and the passion, right? So all of us can understand each other better. And with that, I think that's all for this episode. See you guys on the next podcast, and I will see you guys soon. This is Sean Tan, and this is
Heng.
Yeah, so there's a YouTube link down below. Do go follow if you like cyclings and vloggings. So with that, I think that's all.
Yeah, that's all for this episode.
Thank you. See you guys next one.
Okay, bye-bye.